Good evening, everyone. I am Dalia May Ruiz, 19, from Barangay Paho.
Irene Loy C. Montes Claros, Pahak!
Yomera Maris Alginutiala, 19, Barangay Paho!
Iscanilia Christine A. 19, Barangay Basak!
Friends, Board of Judges, ladies and gentlemen, this is Kyla Locagbo Espinosa, 21, Barangay Marigondon.
Maayong gabi, Oponganon! Jamie Javier, 21, from Barangay Basak!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host this evening, one of Cebu's most sought-after hosts, Mr. Kenneth Alistair Rojas.
Maayong gabi kanatong tanan ug advance happy fiesta Lapu-Lapu City. Viva Virgen de Regla. Welcome to the search for Binibini Lapu-Lapu 2022 pre-pageant competition. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, 18 lovely candidates will compete for the Best in Talent and Best in Costume awards. This is their second foray in the entire stretch of this year's search for Binibini Lapu-Lapu, as last November 13, 2022, these ladies had stormed Chateau by the Sea with their sizzling swimsuit and elegant evening gowns. This is to prove to all of us that they are not just about beautiful faces and figures, but more than anything else, they are also women of substance, of essence, and of course, of exceptional skills and talents. Moreover, this is also to show to the world that Lapu-Lapu City is not just endowed with beautiful women, but that they are also women of class, of confidence, and of style. And as we get closer to the final stretch of the Binibini Lapu-Lapu Beauty Pageant Marathon, we'd like to believe that these ladies have not only discovered the latent potentials, but they have also learned valuable lessons along the way as they take their individual journey towards the crown. Friends, this event would not have been possible, of course, without the support of the very active father of the city, the one and only Honorable Mayor Jonard Ahong Chan, with his better half, the very hands-on overall chairperson of the Fiesta Committee, the Honorable Congresswoman Cindy King Chan, together with the chairperson of the Binibini Lapu-Lapu 2022, who is herself a perfect representation of what beauty is all about, the Honorable Jasmine Daray Chan, as well as with the overall artistic director of this year's Search for Binibini Lapu-Lapu, Mr. Julius Espinosa. And for such, let's give them a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's preliminary competition is also streamed live via the official Facebook page of Binibini Lapu-Lapu 2022 to give everybody the chance to see the beauty that Lapu-Lapu City can offer. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the search for Binibini Lapu-Lapu 2022. Our candidates will be judged in a scale of 1 to 20, for which 1 is the lowest and 20 as the highest. The candidates who garnered the top 3 highest individual scores after the conclusion of the competition will then be announced as the recipient or the potential recipient of the Best in Costume and the Best in Talent. The official announcement of the winners for both categories will be done during the coronation night come November 20th, 2022. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are also honored and privileged to be graced by people who have accepted the daunting challenge of selecting the best of the best among these candidates. Of course, it is in the hands of the selection committee lie the fate of these ladies. And it is just right and proper to know these personalities one by one. Our first judge is an art and culture coordinator of the Mandaue City Science High School. He is the vice president of the Philippine Folk Dance Society, Cebu chapter, a founder and artistic director of the Mansai Dance Company that represented the Philippines to various international performances in South Korea, Taiwan, Malaysia, and Macau, the special administrative region of the Republic of China. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Mr. June Oliver Figueroa. Our second judge is a graduate of Bachelor of Elementary Education at Cebu Normal University, a grand champion of the Sinulog sa Kabataan sa Lalawigan in the year 2011, in which San Roque Elementary School were the representatives, Mapit teacher and CBD College dance troupe choreographer, and a PRO of Cebu Choreographers Association. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some sound for Senora Zem Sen. Our next judge is an educator by profession, but a costume designer by heart. Currently, a college PE instructor of Cebu Technological University in Consolacion Campus. He has received various awards and recognition as Best in Festival Costume Designer in various festivals in Cebu and other parts of the Visayas region. Some of his masterpieces grabbed Best in National Costume in local, national, and international pageant competition. He is the managing director of the Lyndon Adolfo Costume Shop located in Nangka, Consolacion, Cebu. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mr. Lyndon Adolfo. Our next judge is a singer, an online streamer, and a runaway model under V Models and Talent Management. A guest appearance at ABS-CBN Umagang Kay Ganda. He is a grand winner of Boy Band Cebu and a grand finalist of Sinulog Idol and proclaimed as a top 6 finisher. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the very handsome Maverick Nuneza. Our next judge is a businesswoman and a chief executive officer of Skin Beauty Aesthetics Clinic, a certified medical esthetician at International Academy of Aesthetic Sciences, the first fee brows and fee shading artist in Cebu Fee Academy for semi-permanent makeup. In pursuing her career, she went to different countries to study and build her foundation in beauty and aesthetic. Some of these countries are Singapore, Korea, and Vietnam. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to Hannah V. Agravante. Our next judge is an AB Political Science graduate from the University of the Philippines, Cebu College. Took up Bachelor of Laws at the University of Cebu College of Law. Currently finishing his Master's in Public Administration and a Chief of Staff of Mayor Jonard Ahong Chan, OIC of the City Welfare and Development Office. He is a pageant enthusiast himself. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Jonard Abalos. And our last judge, but definitely not the least, graduated Bachelor of Science in Business Administration from the University of Victoria, Australia. A Vice President of Women Association Incorporated, Australia, and a Face of Australia Ambassador. The Miss Timeless Beauty, Philippines, International Timeless Beauty Ambassador, the Miss Diversity Australia, and Mrs. Philippines World in the year 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some waves to Lisa Amar Eugenio. Our next judge is, of course, the second runner-up of the Miss World Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to the very sexy and timeless beauty, Miss Vanessa Aman. So there you have them, ladies and gentlemen, our panel of judges who have, of course, accepted the most daunting task tonight to choose who among these 18 very beautiful ladies will bring home, of course, the best in costume in the Miss Talent Award. Once again, let's give them a big, big round of applause. Friends, in a world where passion would sometimes take the place of reason, and reality is overshadowed with illusions and wishful thinking, the face of the world becomes a place of indescribable splendor. And as we continue with our journey for an effervescent life, we can't help sometime but to allow ourselves to be wallowed by the enchanting promise of fantastic experience. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the costume competition. Let's give them a round of applause.
Let's begin the costume competition, beginning with Vini Vini 1 from Barangay Basa. Mary Jolene Panugalino. Her costume is inspired by the natural marine sanctuary of Olango, our protected waters that includes habitats such as rocky reefs, cow forest, deep sea canyons, and underwater archaeological sites. Marine sanctuaries are special areas that protect important marine ecosystems around the coastal areas of San Vicente Olango Island. Some sanctuaries are breeding and feeding grounds for endangered marine species. Designer, Aldo Locinario. Maquillage by Michael Sotilio. Vini Vini 2 from Barangay Loo. Ida Gale Perez Latonio. The Mananagat. Lapu-Lapu, being an island surrounded by wonderful beaches and rich marine resources, is a home to inhabitants who consider fishing as a main source of livelihood. This Mananagat costume is giving tribute to the hard-working fishermen and his resounding plea to amplify her advocacy to preserve and conserve our marine life. Designer, Winston C. Maquillage by JT Tariman.
See the great beauty of Lapu-Lapu City. Dayon sa Lapu-Lapu. It's a rich culture and history, cradle of victory and humanity, the birthmark of people's divine faith, inspiring values, ethics, and
Bini 3 from Barangay Ibong.
Right to the world, the great stories for you to unfold. Make memories.
Leslie and Dael.
Lapu-Lapu City.
Reyna Bulacna. Behind every remarkable man is a woman who supports him in her own ways. Reyna Bulacna is a woman famously known as the wife of Datu Lapu-Lapu. She was portrayed as a compassionate and endearing woman who welcomed the displaced natives in their homes. This costume is an elaborate take on the woman's character and contribution not only in the Battle of Matan, but also to the Lapu-Lapu city's history. The color gold symbolizes victory and triumph. Certain elements like guitar and pearls were also encapsulated in the design, amplifying the fusion of the past and the present of the city. The costume is epitome of the true character of Oponganon woman. Designer, Dezim Branzuela Lucido. Maquillage by Elmer Morales. Bini 4 from Barangay Basa. Mirasol Nicolin Tolosa. Love and devotion. Every 21st of November, Birhen sa Regla, commonly called by the Cebuanos, or in English translation, Our Lady of the Rule, celebrates its feast day. One of the traditional practices by the parish and Marian devotees is the changing of the dress of the sacred image. The miraculous image is venerated widely by the Cebuanos who believes that the prosperity they enjoy is a blessing achieved through the strength of her maternal. Designer, VJ Mingito. Maquillage by Michael Sotilio. Bini 5 from Barangay Gonob. Sharon Kishis Kong. Lapu-Lapu City offers a widely range of cultural diversity, ranging from vibrant festivals down to their extravagant cuisine. The highlight reel for this ensemble is the best tasting puso and lechon that Oponganon brave for and take pride in. The bodice of this dress is inspired by the coconut leaves neatly woven to form the wrapped and boiled rice. Us Filipinos are familiar with the exclusive made from the indigenous fabric of the Philippines known as the piña. Lapu-Lapu City lives up to its name as a tropical island paradise, and this is emphasized in the skirts of the said ensemble, beautifully decorated with an abstract painting of some of the beautiful landmarks of the city, coupled with its pristine sandy shores and coastal white sand beaches. Designer, Philip Tampus. Maquillage by J. Failanga.
We're gonna see the great beauty of Lapu-Lapu City. Dayon sa Lapu-Lapu. Going to Lapu-Lapu to a journey that's never ending. Keep going, dayon ka mo. Let's all travel and explore the wonderful things. Padayon lang sa paglakaw, padayon lang sa pagtuaw. Come on, we're gonna see the great beauty of Lapu-Lapu City. Dayon sa Lapu-Lapu. Sunset blues awaits you on board, with words and music in accord. The tempting food you can't ignore.
6 from Barangay Bajo. Shekinah Grace Toledo. The costume emphasized as the Lady Kirara of Datu Lapu-Lapu, as she dons her fierce and bold national costume that symbolizes the Opunganan's courage and triumph. Her costume represents the brave warrior fighting for Datu Lapu-Lapu during Magellan's arrival. She wields her a sword and a shield that symbolizes the ancient weapons used in warfare. The design of her costume is also inspired by the Olango Wildlife Sanctuary, one of the most popular tourist attractions in Olango Island. Designer, Brianna Alexis Gomez. Maquillage by Michael Sotilio.
The birthmark of people's divine faith, inspiring values, ethics, and traits. Truly a nation's pride to the world. The great stories for you to unfold. Make memories, have fun, and be free. Lapu-Lapu City, the place to be.
Bini 7 from Barangay Mactan. Maria Eliza Balarote. Lapu-Lapu Warrior, wearing a creation inspired by the celebration of Kadaugan sa Mactan. The Battle of Mactan was a fierce clash fought in the archipelago of the Philippines on the year 1521. In honor of the warriors of Lapu-Lapu, this costume stands as a reminder of his defiance, leadership, and bravery. The Mactan Shrine is a popular heritage site in Lapu-Lapu City that is well known for its rich history that is not just in the Philippines but also all across continents. Designer, Brianna Alexis Gomez. Maquillage by Joel Reyes.
Let's all travel and explore the wonderful things. Padayon lang sa paglakaw, padayon lang sa pagtuaw. Come over and see the great beauty of Lapu-Lapu City.
Bini 8 from Barangay Bajo. Sunshine Malingin. Reina Bulacna, the wife of Datu Lapu-Lapu, was portrayed as a compassionate and endearing woman who welcomed the displaced natives in their homes in Mactan Island, a purely native Opunganan princess. This costume represents the courage, modest, and the part of the beautiful history of Bahog sa Mactan. The bloody Battle of Mactan took place in the 1521 when the ironclad soldiers of Ferdinand Magellan reached the shores of the island. Designer, Alan Camarin de la Fuente. Maquillage by Michael Sotilio.
Keep going, tayo'y kamo. Let's all travel and explore the wonderful things. Padayon lang sa paglakaw, padayon lang sa pagtuaw. Come over and see the great beauty of Lapu-Lapu City. Tayo'y sa Lapu-Lapu. It's a rich culture and history, great love, victory, and humanity. The birthmark of people's divine faith, inspiring values, ethics, and traits. Truly a nation's pride to the world. The great stories for you to
Bini 9 from Barangay Bangkal.
on and be
Rene Gabriel Branianola. Mandirigma. This costume represents strength and bravery. This is named after late hero Lapu-Lapu who fought for their land. This costume is called Mandirigma. This ensemble the color of hope and the consolidation of the brave warriors. All you can see embodies the Lapu-Lapu City, the home of the Mandirigma. Designer, Rams Tacoma. Maquillage by Michael Sotilio.
and explore the wonderful things. Padayon lang sa paglakaw, padayon lang sa pagtuaw. Come over and see the great beauty of Lapu-Lapu City. Lapu-Lapu City. Sa Lapu-Lapu. Lapu-Lapu City. Sa Lapu-Lapu.
Bini 10 from Barangay Agos. Jasmine Jade Vergara. costume is crafted and inspired by the concept and livelihood of the people of San Vicente, Olango Island, which is fishing. 80% of the population in San Vicente belongs to the family whose means of livelihood and mode of living is fishing. The costume also depicted and represents how the people lived with their so much continence and love. Blue represents the color of the ocean and all of the marine life that makes up to the beautiful scenes under the water, and it symbolizes life. Stones and crystals depicted how the colorful of oceans and the creatures that illuminates at night. It uses Swarovski stones that shimmers and elucidate even from far away. Designer BJ Menguito, maquillage by Roland Ino.
A destination like no other.
Vini Vini 11 from Barangay Talima.
Journey that's never ending. Keep going, ngayon ka mo.
Cheryl May Navales. Nasa Souvlaki. Lapu-Lapu City is renowned for its distinctive craft and designs exported to different countries. By the name itself, this costume is inspired by the small shells called nasa, which are skewed together to create decorative designs and one of the major livelihoods of the people, especially in Olango Island. After the products are finished being processed, they are exported to Korea, United States, Australia, and Japan, primarily for home decor. The birds in the shoulder speaks about the international migratory birds that has been observed in the Olango Wildlife Sanctuary. This costume serves as a representation of the creativity of people and the rich natural resources in Olango Island, which is the pride of Oponganon to the rest of the world. Designer Jefferson Abapo and Julie Ponder of Fit and Fab Closet. Maquillage by Michael Sotilio.
Travel and explore the wonderful thing. Padayo lang sa paglakaw, padayo lang sa pagtuaw. Come over and see the great beauty of Lapu-Lapu City.
Bini Bini 12 from Barangay Mactan.
Ngayon sa Lapu-Lapu, it's a rich culture and history.
Casey Jean Aying. Olango Island is just one of the few remaining wildlife sanctuaries in the country. This is a paradise for the birds that fly back and forth to places. It has been observed that Olango Wildlife Sanctuary has the greatest number of migratory birds so far in the country. This costume represents the emphasis of one of the hidden treasures in the island of Olango, the National Bird Sanctuary. Designer Aldo Locinario. Maquillage by Michael Sotilio. Bini Bini 13 from Barangay Paho. Dalia May Ruiz. Lapu-Lapu City is the home of Virgen sa Regla National Shrine, which is the symbol of hope and devotion of the Oponganons. The Virgen sa Regla, which is said to have been the protector of the island and is the bearer of hopes to all the Oponganons. She is the miraculous and grants all your heart desires if you pray and devote yourself to her. Viva Virgen sa Regla! Viva Oponganon! Designer Jam Maglasa. Maquillage by Keith Bacayo.
Locals in the island, the products made with heart and hands, welcoming and serving you the best, offering what you deserve, no less. A treasure for you to discover, a destination like no other. Keep going, Lapu-Lapu, to a journey that's never ending. Keep going, ngayon ka mo. Let's all travel and explore the wonderful thing. Padayo lang sa paglakaw, padayo lang sa pagtuaw. Come over and see the great beauty of Lapu-Lapu City. Ngayon sa Lapu-Lapu, it's a rich culture and history. cradle of victory and humanity, the birthmark of people's divine faith, inspiring values, ethics, and traits. Truly a nation's pride to the world, the great stories for you to unfold. Make memories, have fun and be free. Lapu-Lapu City, the place to be.
Bini Bini 14 from Barangay Paha. Darren Luis Montes Claros. The history tells a lot of story of Basak Lapu-Lapu City. It has so much to offer and is abundant in terms of its sea creatures and resources, which is given alive through our own festival. The mermaid-like and various colors symbolizes as a whole. It is also inspired by the pearl of the Orient Seas. Designer, BJ Menguito. Maquillage by Rondella Smith. Bini Bini 15 from Barangay Bajo. Yumera Maurice Henodiala. She is wearing two-piece brand skirt. Her costume is inspired by a Lapu-Lapu warrior made by the Abaca robe, accentuated with gold silk satin cloth and spangles. She has a sword and shield also made by Abaca robe with headpiece. Abaca robe is also known to the city, especially in Barangay Basak, Sutungan. Designer and maquillage by Danilo Macote.
To discover a destination like no other. Keep going, Lapu-Lapu, to a journey that's never ending. Keep going, ayun ka mo. Let's all travel and explore the wonderful thing. Padayon lang sa paglakaw, padayon lang sa pagtuaw. Come over and see the great beauty of Lapu-Lapu City.
Bini Bini 16 from Barangay Basak.
History, cradle of victory and humanity.
Christine
The
Escanilla.
people's divine faith.
Mactan Cebu International Airport is such an underrated construct when we think about what is encapsulates Lapu-Lapu, when in fact it is one of the most popular here in our city because it is a major gateway to the Philippines. The costume is inspired by Cebu's welcome art, Mactan International Airport, uniquely subverted in a steel-clad norm by utilizing nautical motifs, handicraft styles, and plentiful wood, leaving a mark as one of the best airport in Asia. It does not only express a welcoming home for the tourists, but amplifying the progress of the industrious island city. Mimicking the sand underfoot makes it very warm, alongside with the hand-woven contours. Fly high lands with horses in the gateway to more beautiful heavens from Lapu-Lapu City to the world.
To a journey that's never ending.
Designer, Malaika Yamas. Maquillage by Calixto Hias.
Explore the wonderful thing. Padayon lang sa paglakaw, padayon lang sa pagtuaw. Come over and see the great beauty of Lapu-Lapu City. Dayon sa Lapu-Lapu. Sunset views are way too more. With words and music in accord. The tempting food.
Bini Bini 17 from Barangay Marigondon. Kyla Espinosa. Every month of May, Flores de Mayo is held in the Philippines for the devotion of our Blessed Virgin Mary. Santa Cruzan is a ritual pageant held on the last day of Flores de Mayo. This costume is inspired by both Santa Cruzan and our modern Filipinianas that promotes Filipino culture and the strength of a modern Filipina. The long sleeve gown is entirely hand-stitched with pearls, clear beads, and kapis from Barangay Marigondon. It is also accentuated with a white backtail that represents its crystal clear water. The collar back dress is a queenly representation of a real queen that is full of power, elegance, and wisdom. The crown is completely covered in 3 major materials that highlights the 3 P's that Marigondon has to offer: people, place, and potential. People who are hardworking and hospitable. Places that offer relaxation and peace of mind. And their potential to be known not just in our city, but as well as in the rest of the world, as this place offers a world-class products. Designer, AJ's Collections by Alvin Vina and Janjan Gomez. Maquillage by Jan Gomez. Bini 18 from Barangay Basa, Jamie Javier. The costume represents the Olango Wildlife Sanctuary, one of the most popular tourist attractions in Olango Island, home to 97 species of birds, 49 which are resident birds, and 48 are migratory species. This bird sanctuary is situated in San Vicente, Olango Island in Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu. Designer, Keith Bacayo. Maquillage by Frowen Avancenia.
Sunset blues awaits you on board, with words and music in accord. The tempting food you can't ignore. It's more than just a taste of these and more. Good people, locals in the island, the products made with heart and hands, welcoming and serving you the best, offering what you deserve, no less. A treasure for you to
Friends,
discover.
that was our beautiful 18 talented Binibinis for this year's Binibining Lapu-Lapu 2022 in their costume competition. Let us all give them a bigger round of applause. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to say thank you to our sponsors: Chateau by the Sea, Louis Jeans, Marina Seaview, Pamacor Group of Companies, Plantation Bay Resort and Spa, Skin 911, Skin Doctors, Smart Communications, Talima Beach Villas and Dive Resort, Tambuli Seaside Resort and Spa, Unisol Uniforms on Demand, Waterfront Airport Hotel and Casino Mactan, and Chevlier. Lapu-Lapu City Fiesta Committee 2022 Honorary Officers. Honorary Chairman, Mayor Junard Ahongchan, City Mayor. Honorary Co-Chairman, Honorable Celedonio Celsi Sitoy, Vice Mayor. First Honorary, Honorable Maria Cynthia Cindy King Chan, Congresswoman of Lone District of Lapu-Lapu City. Second Honorary, Dr. Wilfreda Bongalos, SESO 5 Superintendent of DepEd Lapu-Lapu City Division. Binibining Lapu-Lapu 2022 Committee, Chairman, Honorable Jasmine Daday Chan, Barangay Paho Councilor. Co-Chairman, Mrs. Queenie Malingin Amen, former City Councilor. Honorable Attorney Susan Baring, City Councilor. Dr. Richie Martinez, Paho, Barangay Paho Councilor. Members, Julius Espinosa, Head of Lapu-Lapu Performing Arts. Justine Duran, Rika Cabrera, Anthony Daitong. Fiesta Executive Committee Officers. Chairman, Honorable Maria Cynthia Cindy King Chan, Congresswoman of Lone District of Lapu-Lapu City. First Vice Chairman, Honorable Annabeth Quizon, City Councilor. Second Vice Chairman, Dr. Cortesa Perico Seso 6, Assistant Superintendent of DepEd Lapu-Lapu City Division. Third Vice Chairman, Mrs. Queenie Malingin Amen, former City Councilor. Fourth Vice Chairman, Honorable Joseph Pangatungan, City Councilor. Secretary, Attorney Misael Tejano, Secretary to the Mayor. Assistant Secretary, Princess Jean Pepito, Tourism Staff. Treasurer, Mrs. Felicitas Baguio, City Treasurer. Assistant Treasurer, Ms. Claire Cabalda, Assistant City Treasurer. Auditor, Ms. Helen Dongog, City Accountant. Legal Advisors, Attorney Danilo Almendras, City Administrator. Attorney James Allen Saison, OIC City Attorney. Team Daday Staff, headed by Honorable Jasmine Daday Chan. Chief of Staff, Nico D. Tubo. Members, Love Donaire, Louis King Pindal, Charmaine Doong, Jade Rose Healing, Kyle Giorfio. Binibining Lapu-Lapu 2022 Production Team. Production outfits by Faith Semblante. Our host, Mr. Kenneth Alistair Rojas. Graphic artist, Val Casuco and Chris. Voice over, Jean Castro Sumalino. Spinner, DJ Mark Ashley. Performers, Lapu-Lapu Performing Arts. Staffs, Nathaniel Alcotton, Mark Rago, Raymar Kaga, Novi Floriza, Sheena May Mangubat. Assistant Choreographer, Kikil Alcoseba. Choreographer, Anthony Daital. Production Manager 2, Jessie Nunez. Production Manager 1, Eula Lynn Tampos. Floor Director 2, Justine Mangubat. Floor Director 1, Gabby Saikon. Stage Manager 2, Renji Athon. Stage Manager 1, Joycel Osma. Logistics, Rika Cabrera. Pageant Supervisor, Justine Duran. Artistic and Creative Director, Julius E. Espinosa. And now let's welcome back our host, Mr. Kenneth Alistair Rojas.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gino Sumalinog, the voice behind the show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a big, big round of applause. Thank you very much. And of course, for those who have just logged into their Facebook pages, you are still watching our live show of the Binibini Lapu-Lapu 2022 pre-pageant competition live here at the Lapu-Lapu City Auditorium. Again, this event would not have been materialized in a resounding success without, of course, the stewardship of Honorable Jasmine Daday Chan, our chairperson of the Binibini Lapu-Lapu, who happens to be the Baho Barangay Councilor. Together with, of course, our Honorable Cindy King Chan, our Congresswoman of the Lone District of the City of Lapu-Lapu, as well as Honorable Mayor Jonard Ahong Chan, our Lapu-Lapu City Mayor. Once again, let's give them a warm round of applause. Friends, the Binibini Lapu-Lapu 2022 truly lives up to the expectations of many. And just like any other beauty pageants, the search also gives weight not only for the physical attributes of the candidates, but also accentuates on the creative and the artistic side of their persona. The natural show of prowess that makes them a league on their own. I would like to invite everybody to enjoy the next segment, as it is not every day that we got to witness the bigger-than-life beauties right before our very eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the talent competition.
Let's begin the talent competition, beginning with Binibini 1 from Barangay Basa, Mary Jolene Panugalino.
December 16, 2021, since a commemoration since Typhoon Odette happened. Some lose a home and some even lose a life and a cost of living. But with the help of our current administration, we recover as one, and we are one Lapu-Lapu.
dakilang lahi, nasa iyong tanging pag-ibig ko, inang bayan. Isinumpa ko, o Pilipino, gagaling ang sugat ng iyong nakaraan. Nang pahiran ko, luha ng iyong puso ay natayo. Muli ang karangalan mo, o ang pag-ibig ko'y sa'yo, inang bayan. Ikaw ang siyang dalangin ko sa Diyos kailanpaman. Kuminang ng iyong bituin at sumikat ng araw. Ang kalayaan mo'y sinisigaw. Ang bukas ay tanging sa'yo nakalaan. Kayo manggi ang kulay mo, dugo't pawis hinanay mo, di ka na maapi. Ngayon o kailanman, pag-ibig ko'y sa'yo, inang bayan.
A round of applause for Bini-Bini 1, Mary Jolene Panugalino of Barangay Basa. Please welcome Bini-Bini 2. From Barangay Loob, Isa Gail Perez Latonio.
Ulilit, ulilit, sanay sa masikip. Kung kumilos, kumilos, ang liit-liit. Bulilit. Kung kumilos, ang liit-liit. Elsa? Elsa? Do you wanna build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play. I never see you anymore. Come out the door. It's like you've gone away. We used to be best buddies, and now we're not. I wish you would tell me why. Do you wanna build a snowman? It doesn't have to be a snowman. Oh, Rihanna. Okay, bye. Mama, mama, oh mama, 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 mama,
Do you wanna build a snowman or ride our bike around the halls? I think some company's overdue. I've started talking to the pictures on the walls. Gets a little lonely, all these empty rooms, just watching the hours tick by. Elsa, please, I know you're in there. People are asking where you've been. They say have courage, and I'm trying to. I'm right out here for you. Just let me in. We only have each other. It's just you and me. What are we gonna do? Do you want to build a snowman?
A round of applause to Bini Bini 2, Isagel Perez Latonio of Barangay Loo. Please welcome Bini Bini 3 from Barangay Ibo, Leslie and Daal. round of applause to Bini Bini 3, Leslie and Daal of Barangay Ibo. Please welcome Bini Bini 4 from Barangay Basak, Marisol Nicolin Tolosa.
Where's all my soul sisters? Let me hear your flow, sisters.
Hey, sister, go, sister, soul, sister, flow, sister. Hey, sister, go, sister, soul, sister, go. Him and Mama locked down an old Moulin Rouge, strutting her stuff on the street. in a material world, and I am a material girl. Come and get me, boys. 'Cause these blouses go back to the spouses,
A round of applause to Bini Bini for Mirasol Nicolan Tolosa of Barangay Basa. Please welcome Bini Bini 5 from Barangay Gunod, Sharon Kishis Kong. A round of applause to Bini Bini 5, Sharon Kishis Ka of Barangay Gunod. Please welcome Bini Bini 6 from Barangay Paho, Shekinah Grace Toledo.